Ode to a Skylark by P.B. Shelley. What is an ode? An ode is a noun. It is a poem in which a person expresses a strong feeling of love or respect for someone or something. It is a ceremonious lyric poem on an occasion of dignity in which personal emotion and universal themes are united. The form is usually marked by exalted feeling and style, varying line length, and complex stanza forms. The term ode derives from a Greek word alluding to a choric song, usually accompanied by a dance. It is a long poem. This ode consists of 21 stanzas of 5 lines each. There are total 105 lines. The meter is ABABB. It was published in 1820. P.B. Shelley was one of the major English Romantic poets and is regarded by some critics as amongst the finest lyric poets in English language. He was born in 1792 and he died in 1822. He was drowned in a sudden storm while sailing in Italy at the age of 30. P.B. Shelley is one of the epic poets of the 19th century and is best known for his classic anthology verse works such as Ode to the West Wind and The Mask of Anarchy. He is also well known for his long form poetry. The main idea of the poem. The love of poet is the bird's song and the way it soars up in the purple sky at the dusk. The poet compares the bird to a number of things: a rose, a star, the planet Venus, a poet, a maiden, a glowing worm, etc. All human songs are sad, but the bird's song is pure joy. He dreams of singing with as much joy and freedom as the bird, the skylark. The title and the plot. To a skylark doesn't exactly have a plot. It is more like a bunch of observations about a single idea, a stressed out description of the song of a bird. The poem opens up with the speaker calling out to a bird, which he calls a spirit. He tells the bird how much he loves its singing. Then he describes how it shoots up into the sky at dusk, into the purple evening. After that, he compares the bird's song to a bunch of different things: a star, the planet Venus, a poet, a maiden, a rose, etc. Then he starts to talk about how all of the beautiful things that human beings make can't compare to the song of this bird. All human songs are sad, but this bird's song is just pure joy. Finally, the speaker dreams of being able to sing with as much joy and freedom as this happy bird. Stanza first. The opening is a joyful shout by the poet. He calls out to the bird without expecting a reply. This is called an apostrophe. An apostrophe used in literature is an arrangement of words addressing a non existent person or an abstract idea in such a way as if it were present and capable of understanding feelings. Blithe means an old fashioned term that means carefree, happy, and light-hearted. Vert be means you are not a bird, you are a spirit. Writers tried to bring abstract ideas or non existent persons to life so that the nature of emotions they want to communicate gets across in a better way, because it is more convenient for the readers to relate themselves to the abstract emotions when they observe them in their natural surroundings. In addition, the use of apostrophe motivates the readers to develop a perspective that is fresh as well as creative. Shelley refers to the bird as a spirit. It is chirpy, pretty little bird connected to the spirit world and to all that is beautiful and heaven-like, also that it is immortal. It is one special supernatural bird. Sings out from its heart, says that the song is beautiful. The word heaven, the letter H suggests that there is something holy about the bird. About the bird. The bird's song fills the persona with delight that, as per him, are beyond words and inspires him. Nothing is better than the song, but it is mystical, raising the bird to the heights and bringing out that there is nothing higher than the bird. Its song rains down from the heaven to the earth, and there is no impediment. Impediment means something that impedes, a hindrance or obstruction. It is not just a song but an expression of emotions. It is a sort of personification, expression of emotions, feelings like a person. Profuse means plentiful, copious, giving or given freely and abundantly, extravagant. Strains means pieces of music, passages of melody. Unpremeditated means not planned or thought out in advance, not planned beforehand, it is spontaneous. The poet goes on to say that the bird sings a lot of improvised, to invent, compose, to perform with little or no preparation. That means unpremeditated. To play or sing music extemporaneously, especially by inventing variations on a melody or creating new melodies in accordance with a set of progression of chords, songs. Both of them are making art, both the bird and the poet. It rises from the earth towards the heaven and keeps moving higher and higher. In the third line, he uses a simile to describe the bird, which is a spirit, comparing it to a cloud of fire. The next line, he speaks about the blue deep. One wonders if he is speaking about the sea, but no, here he refers to the blue sky. The poet says that it is flying higher and higher, and all the while it is singing the song. Captures the joy and freedom of the bird, singing and soaring and soaring and singing. In stanza 3, an imagery is used. Golden lightning, it refers to sunset, makes us think of the crackling lighting. Sunken sun means it is sunset and the golden light is coming from there. A beautiful sunset lightning up the sky. The alliteration used here is sunken sun, where the word, the alphabet as alliterates. He talks about the beauty and brightness of the sky and how the sun, when it sets, can fall below the clouds and brightens them from below, and the sky looks beautiful. It stirs our emotions, and in such a surrounding, the skylark can be heard singing a melodious song in its flight. In stanza 4, even here means evening. Here the poet is saying that the way the skylark flies in the sky, one feels even the evening that has turned purple melts around it. The emphasis on how beautiful the bird is. Pale purple is an alliteration here. The alliterating alphabet is P. The simile used are like a star that may be present even during the day, but it is invisible. The poet refers not to what we see, but what we hear and imagine. A negative word is used to describe something that is beautiful, shrill delight, to emphasize on the beauty of the song. In stanza 5, a metaphor is used. The comparison of the sound to the arrows. Here, the keen, sharp, metaphorical arrows, rays oblique beams of light that comes from the silver sky. The metaphor beams from intense lamp. The silver sphere here is the morning star, the Venus, reference to the sunken sun that is dusk, and the silver sphere is Venus, the morning star. The bird is free and unlike a human is at liberty to go where it wants. The poet is jealous of the freedom and liberty of the bird to travel where and when it pleases. The same way that we know that Venus is there during the day, but it fades in the sunlight, the skylark too can be heard but not seen due to its height, as it flies high in the sky.